cause frustration. Take all of your so-called problems, better put them in quotations. Say what you need to say, 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 say what you need to say. Walking like a one-man army, fighting with the shadows in your head, living out the same old moment, knowing you'd be better off instead if you could only say what you need to say, say what you need to say, say what you need to say, say what you need to, say what you need to, say what you need to say, say what you need to say, say what you need to say, say what you need to say. Have no fear for giving in, have no fear for getting over. Better know that in the end it's better. Much, then I never say what you mean to say again. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah, yeah. Even as your hands are shaking and your faith is broken, even as your eyes are closing, with a heart wide open, wide. Say what you need to say, say what you need to say, say what you need to say, say what you need to, say what you need to, say what you need to say, say what you need to say, say what you need to say, say what you need to say. Smile for me when all is well and well is all for all forever after. Maybe in the meantime wait and see. We love the all of you. When lands are green and skies are blue, when all in all we're just like you. We love the all of you. And when I cry for me, I cry for you, with tears of holy joy, for all the days you've still to come. And did I ever say I'd never play or fly towards the sun? Maybe in the meantime something's gone. love the all of you. When lands are green and skies are blue. When all in all we're just like you. We love the all of you. Well, that sounds fine, so we'll see your sunshine. Give my love to the future of the humankind, okay? Ooh, it's not okay. While it's on my mind, there's a girl to feed the crime for a future love dream that I'm still to find. But in the meantime, we love the all of you. Where lands are green and skies are blue. When all in all we're just like you.
We're gonna go ahead and get this fiesta started. It feels so weird to convene like this after a year of challenges, right? But it feels really great to be back and showcasing opportunities like this for the Brownsville community. My name is Felipe Romero, and I am the Director of Communications and Marketing for the City of Brownsville, and it's my privilege to MC this event today, which is really for our community stakeholders and members of the media. Thank you for joining us to really highlight and showcase Careers in Coffee, which will be the largest in-person career expo in South Texas in our region, and that's a huge accomplishment. And I would like to now formally introduce our GBIC Chair and Community at-Large Commissioner, Mr. John Cowan, for a couple of words. You can come up to the podium, sir.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Welcome, members of the media. Welcome as well to our community stakeholders, our industry partners. I just want to say a few words about why this is a very special event. It really highlights the partnership that GBIC and the city has decided to take to really support our biggest employers, to make sure that we're there for them and to be able to attract talent that may have left our area and maybe are working across the state and say, hey, we have opportunities for you here. And so I think that's exciting. 1,500 jobs is an enormous amount of jobs to fill, and we're there by our industry partner side, making sure that their needs are taken care of. Again, welcome, and I look forward to hearing from everyone here.
Thank you, Mr. Cowan, Honorable City Commissioner for our wonderful city of Brownsville. Next, I want to introduce our fearless leader, Ms. Helen Ramirez, who is the GBIC CEO, Executive Director, and Deputy City Manager for the city of Brownsville, that is going to really highlight why you're here and what this opportunity is going to create for the wonderful city of Brownsville. Ms. Ramirez, you can come up, please.
Thank you so much for having us here. You know, the seed was planted when the city of Brownsville realized that it had actually pre-COVID had organized a career fair for our residents. We had about 200 vacancies, and unfortunately had to cancel that due to COVID. And so what we thought is, the city was saying, well, why don't we have another career fair? And then when GBIC, we started visiting our industry partners, they had a couple of pain points. One was vaccinating their employees, right? And then two is hiring talent, right? Hiring new employees, because fortunately, we not only have new companies such as DHR Health, which will be opening by the end of the year, but we have companies that have experienced growth despite COVID. And that demonstrates the economic resiliency and sustainability of Brownsville, Cameron County, and our region. So we are strong, And this demonstrates having over 1,500 jobs, real jobs, available jobs with on-the-spot hiring is a very powerful message to send. We also felt that combining the City of Brownsville's resources with the Greater Brownsville Incentive Corporation resources, we can make it a free event for those who want to attend. Registration is not required, but you're welcome to register. Resources will be there from Texas Workforce Commission and other partners, so it's not just UTRGV. Texas Southwest College will be supporting. Our local Chamber of Commerce will also be at the event. So it's a really community partnership. It's a community event, and it's a celebration of where our economy is and where it's going. So I think we're seeing the wave, and I like to thank all our community partners that are participating, from DHR Health, from SpaceX, from Steel Coast, National Electric Coil, Southwest Key, and of course the City of Brownsville, and all our community partners that's going to make this event one of the most successful career expos that you're going to see around. And lastly, I would like to say is that we are accommodating everybody's schedule that day, because you may see that normal expos are only in the morning. We actually are going to be here 11 hours from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. So whether you can join us right before work, during your lunchtime, we'll even have some snacks for you, or in the evening after your job, or when you have childcare and you can come on down. So this is your community event. This is also an event to attract new graduates from a tech college, graduates from our university, people that want to come back into the workforce. Maybe they've been home for a while taking care of family or kiddos. This is your event. Doctors and medical and nurses that want to come back and give and start a new hospital in a community. That's very powerful. Or work for a company such as SpaceX that is just been awarded an over $2.5 billion contract by NASA to do Artemis. So those are the opportunities that we have in Brownsville, and we definitely want you to be here and be part of it. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Ramirez. It's a tremendous opportunity. The Careers in Coffee Expo will have our amazing community employer stakeholders that are here today, and also opportunities from collaboration with UTRGV, with Southmost College, and Workforce Solutions in terms of resume building. There will be an opportunity to do take your headshot for your LinkedIn photo, and also Dress for Success, a workshop. So there's all this enhancements that we put together as a group in our partnership with these amazing stakeholders to really highlight the opportunity to not only invest in Brownsville, but also work in Brownsville. And we all know and share that the amazing quality of life, the opportunity that is here in Brownsville. In our next segment, I really want to introduce our stakeholders and kind of give our media and our stakeholders here today kind of an opportunity, a snapshot of the opportunities that are available here in Brownsville. So without further ado, I'd like to start, and I will say that unfortunately Mr. Steven Duarte, from our representative from SpaceX and Human Resources, had a last-minute thing. They tend to launch rockets and things out there, and sometimes it's the call of duty. But he sends his regards. He really is really excited about the opportunity of sharing Brownsville to the community at large, and really bringing amazing talent to come work for SpaceX. But let's start with Steel Coast, which we have Ruben Vega, our Human Resources Director, here today. Can you share the opportunities that are available at Steel Coast in the trade sector?
Sure, absolutely. So first of all, Steel Coast is a metal recycler. We're located inside the Port of Brownsville, and we have a variety of jobs. Our largest projects are vessels that are no longer in service from either the U.S. Navy or the Maritime Administration. We will deconstruct and recycle these vessels, processing the metals that are sold in the U.S. and end up throughout the world. So we've got anywhere between 60, and I'm gonna go high a little bit, close to about 100 jobs that are available. The rates are in a variety based on the skill, but we're really attracting those new employees that want to join the industry, okay? We've partnered up with several local and state organizations where we have brought many training programs into Steel Coast. So other than the fact that we love our employees, we love our community, we want to train those folks that are just entering the job market. If they have the skill, we want them to. So we've got plenty of jobs to offer.
Thank you, sir. Is there part-time opportunities? Because I'm also a part-time welder, so.
We'll take a look at that. Absolutely. So when a ship comes in, we have to clean the vessel and begin the deconstruction process. So we've got to clean. Demolition techs, high in demand. So if you come out here, we will train you, give you an orientation, all the safety protocols, and we even give you several days to get acclimated to the environment, and we go to town.
There's amazing opportunities available at the port, and I believe National Electric Coil is also involved. Can you share the opportunities available?
Sure.
Ms. Baca.
I'm a little bit about that. I am with Select Staff. I am National Electric Coil staffing partner. So it's a little bit different here. Yeah, so there is so much opportunity. National Electric Coil is from Ohio. They expanded to Brownsville back in the 1980s. And they've been here ever since. And now they're getting ready to expand. And there's probably about 50 positions just for general labor. We also have positions for manual machinists, welders, quality control inspectors, maintenance technicians, general laborers, HR, purchasing. Anytime general labor positions open, it's an opportunity for management too. So they are hiring leaps and bounds. We can't get people fast enough to start.
Thank you so much. And I'll introduce our EHR health director and kind of sharing the amazing opportunities that are available in the hospital that's about to open here in Brownsville.
Thank you. Yes, I'm Delinda Ramirez-Malaga. I'm the Vice President at EHR Health. We're very excited about continuing our partnership here in the community of Brownsville. For those of you that are not familiar with us, EHR Health, our footprint spans from Brownsville to Laredo. In Edinburgh, which is where our main campus is at, we have 4 hospitals, which includes a main hospital, a women's hospital, behavioral hospital, as well as a rehab hospital. We also have specialty clinics across that region. Here in Brownsville, what we're doing is we're opening up a 60-bed acute hospital facility where we have plenty of opportunity available. We're currently hiring for over 200 positions. I think coming back to the core values, right, or the vision of DHR Health, it's always been about giving back to the community. For us, it's been community-based. We believe that community members should not have to go outside of the valley for great health care or best-in-class health care. So we want to bring those specialties here. That's what we've been striving to do. That's what we'll continue to do. And now we're expanding that here in Brownsville. So we definitely look forward to Coffee and Careers. One of the things that I will say is for us, being able to expedite these hires is really important. Not only are we creating the opportunities in our community, but we're also creating careers. It's just not a job, right? It's a career. It's a career pathway. So we want to be able to develop individuals, find out where their passions are, be able to build upon that expertise, and bring it home, right? That's what it's about. It's about bringing it home. So we will be doing offers on the spot. We're really excited about that. We'll have hiring directors here with us as well. We offer amazing benefits and, of course, competitive compensation. I will say, and I'm a little bit biased, but I think we have some great perks at DHR Health as well. Thank you. Sure. terms of patients or staff? In terms of staff that are not already here from the Valley? Right, so our primary focus has always been about the community here in the Rio Grande Valley. It's about creating opportunities for them. That's where our priority truly lies. During the course of the pandemic, I think everyone in healthcare was in a very difficult and challenging position, right? We had support staff that came in from across the country, from the state of Texas as well. But our priorities is really about creating opportunity here for the Rio Grande Valley. Yes, we do have that. We're also expanding our research department, so lots of more exciting information to come on that.
Thank you, Ms. Coronado Garcia. And now we'd like to introduce Mr. Jose Arroyo Davila, the Chief Human Resources and Administrative Officer for Southwest Key Programs, and kind of share the opportunities that are available here in Brownsville, sir.
Thank you. Southwest Key is an organization that our main purpose is to serve kids and families, right? We have been in operation for the last 32 years. We have been a constant presence in the Rio Grande Valley in the Brownsville area. And we are right now very much interested in filling roughly around 400 positions that we have that we need to fill. Those positions go from clinicians, case managers, medical coordinators, teachers, and the most important position, that is the youth care worker, right? Those positions that we are hiring also have the benefit of having sign-on bonuses. We have a very competitive pay per hour for our employees. Right now, we are also paying hazard pay with respect to COVID. So the salary and the compensation is pretty competitive, and historically, we have been an employer of choice in Brownsville. So we are very much interested in participating in this event. We thank you, the City of Brownsville, and you guys for putting this together, and we look forward to participating in the event. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Arroyo. It's amazing opportunities here in Brownsville. I'd like to also, I know the City of Brownsville is also a partner in this, and we also do have employment opportunities to join our culture here with the city. Ms. Ramirez, if you'd like to kind of share the opportunities that what it is to join the City of Brownsville.
Thank you. For us, culture is very important. How we treat our employees, our values as a city, communication, participation, innovation, and trust are all part of our values, leadership values. It's something that is instilled in all of our employees, all the way up to executive directors. And so we have different positions available. We're the largest transit operator in the Rio Grande Valley with G Metro, so we're very proud, serving 1 million people a year. So we have from bus drivers, we also have a very large engineering and public works department, and we do need maintenance staff or laborers, workers that can kind of help our city maintain its beauty and help our roads and be improved. We have a very robust capital improvement program where we look at drainage and roads and really need to augment some of those positions. We have a healthy pension plan, and we also, if you were going to be relocating, we can look at relocation pay in certain situations. But, really you're going to have the culture, support, and training that you need to be successful in the City of Brownsville.
Thank you, Ms. Ramirez. And, the last question before I open it up for our members of the media that are present here today, thank you so much for attending, is kind of directed to you, Ms. Ramirez, and Commissioner Cowan, and kind of how you saw this opportunity, in bringing these amazing partners and putting this together and really create an opportunity for Brownsville.
I guess for me, it's about leveraging our partnerships in our community to help our community stakeholders succeed, right? And if everyone's doing their job in their own silo, they're not as effective as a group. And I think we, as a city and as GBIC, this is a great model going forward to help our business community.
Right, I mean, we see it as leveraging our resources as well, and making it a large event, and really, celebrating, right, the fact that we're in a great time in history of Brownsville. This demonstrates it. And I think any city who thinks that they'll be successful, or Economic Development Corporation, what we've learned is that you can't do it alone. To Mr. Callan's point, you really needed to do it. You'll be more successful with partnerships and collaboration. And it'll be fun as well. So it's about enjoying, having fun, celebration, and getting people to work, right? And making it easy to do that. So, it started with, you always plant a seed, the seed grows, and then all of a sudden we're planting something in pretty much a month. So the fact that you have extraordinary people working extraordinary hours to make an extraordinary event happen, that's what you're seeing here.
Thank you, Ms. Ramirez. I would like to remind our community stakeholders and members of the media that you can get more information on this event that's upcoming on June 28th at btxcareers.com, btxcareers.com. We are encouraging you to pre-register, but you can also register on site. We really want to track your information because we want to create other events like this, and we want to be able to follow up with you and share this amazing information. So it's really important whether you pre-register or you can register when you come in at the Brownsville Events Center, btxcareers.com. And now I'd like to open it up for members of the media if you have any questions for our wonderful members here, our community stakeholders. Yes, sir, Steve.
I think they have, what we'll do is go ahead and take questions and then relay that to them. I think they just got a contract and awarded a new contract in April. So I think those numbers fluctuate, and they can fluctuate possibly, every week or every month. So we'll go ahead and send them that question.
Thank you, Steve. Yes, sir.
My question is 1,500 high water mark for Brownsville, the event jobs fair with that size of openings before? And is what do you put it down to? Any economics, what do you put it down to? Is it that the economy is coming out of the pandemic? Is it in any way related to USNCA? What's happening here that makes this great time for Brownsville?
Would anyone like to tackle that?
Well, I got to tell you that we got some new projects in, and we're looking at creating more jobs as well. So that's where the demand has come in. Has it been difficult to hire people in the last couple of months? Very difficult. You lose some, very difficult to replace. So I think that's contributed to the openings that are out there, at least for us. But we look forward to filling them. The numbers are getting better, and I understand they may be even getting better in the time to come. So at least for Steel Coast, that's where we have our openings from. Replacing people and incoming projects.
And I think you asked about, is 1,500 a realistic number? Again, I'm in the staffing industry. I think 1,500 just here in our area is being very conservative. I could tell you we have 300-400 jobs open. It's finding the labor.
You're also seeing tremendous growth in the industrial and manufacturing industry here in Brownsville in particular. So that also is kind of the impetus in terms of creating these opportunities and sharing the amazing, the opportunities that are available here in Brownsville, even with incentives and competitive wages, correct?
Absolutely.
I think what you're seeing is a combination of factors. One is employers that are large that always have certain jobs that are vacant. Speaking to our OD&HR representative, Laura Hernandez, she's saying it's jobs that have kind of a turnaround. I know that even with the Metro, when Greyhound was expanding, I mean, we lost some of our bus drivers to Greyhound. So sometimes it's a new company expanding and then attracting your talent that you trained. And so what we see is in some industries, you do see a turnaround. And then also as the city grows, we have new positions that are opening up as well. Right now, we're experiencing a heavy volume of building permits, and so you're seeing that construction growth. And so with that, we've seen the need to hire in our planning and building department, immediately hiring and capturing people, students that have left Brownsville now coming back. It's great. It's talent that we've lost, and then they're coming home. I would say coming home to Brownsville. We also see, of course, new industries like the new hospital, so there's new companies coming in. And you see existing companies also grow. Rich Products, hopefully they'll be part of a future career expo, but they actually had one of their best growth years during COVID. So we don't want to always think that we have this prejudice that all companies have really been negatively impacted. Well, there's some companies that actually done well. They provide frozen food products, seafood products. They ended up having this great collaboration with Budweiser, and so a lot of people ate at home, or purchased food and pre-prepared food, and had to cook more and stay home because of COVID. And so, you still have some industries that really have grown as a result of the pandemic, or despite the pandemic, I would say.
Thank you, Ms. Ramirez. Any more questions from media?
What types of positions?
What kind of work will they be doing?
Well, it depends on the position, right? Clinician is a specialized position that normally performs the clinical kind of psychological evaluation of the kids that we receive, right? So that's clinician. Case manager is the person or the position that handles the case for the child, for the kid, and the reunification process, right? Then the youth care worker is what we call the entry-level position, because it is the position that daily and constantly is following up with the kid, helping the kid, and managing the kid, right? So the teacher, well, the name goes by itself, right? It is providing some type of education to the children that we are taking care of. And there are normal other positions. There are cooks, there are maintenance, but essentially for these 400 positions, we are looking on 4 main positions, right? Normally it is medical, the medical coordinators is the one, it is not medically kind of related per se. It is kind of taking care of the kids with respect to medications and so on and so forth, right? So it will be medical coordinators, it will be case managers, clinicians, but more so youth care workers.
Sure. So at this hospital, we'll be having general surgery, as well as orthopedics. We'll also have a urology center, GI, bariatrics, as well as ENT, just to name a few.
And how many positions will this facility hire?
We're looking at over 200
That's what I thought you said.
over 200 positions. And what I will say is, not all of the positions are clinical, right? We're hiring across the board at this facility. So anywhere from housekeepers to dietitians, to nurses, right? And think across the nation in and of itself has been dealing with not just a nursing shortage, but a talent shortage. You'll hear it on Good Morning America. You'll hear it on all the media and social media outlets. So I think it's really important that we promote, right, careers in coffee, really expand the opportunities that we're bringing to our community, and be able to provide those opportunities. Bring our folks back home.
Follow up, do you foresee or can you release stage 2?
Can I release stage 2?
Stage 2 of DHR.
Not right now. Not right now. It's a very well-kept secret. But it's definitely exciting. And I will say DHR Health has not stopped, right? We've been propelling forward. That's just what we're going to continue to do, right? We've been blessed to do so. So, again, a lot of exciting things to come. This is just one of them.
Para miembros de la prensa en español también hay oportunidades de entrevistar. Veo a Joaquín de Televisa. Joaquín, ¿tienes alguna pregunta que gustas hacer?
Sí, buenos días. Gracias por la oportunidad para la prensa en español. Que nos pudiera alguien comentar pues, la importancia de una feria como la que se está ofreciendo en esta ocasión y qué va a representar para Brownsville no solamente en oportunidades de empleo, sino también en otras cuestiones económicas, pero también sociales. Esto implica también atraer a personas de otras partes de Texas, quizás de Estados Unidos, que quisieran aprovechar esta oportunidad.
Creo que la pregunta fue que estamos también tratando de atraer a personas de fuera de Brownsville, perdón.
Quizás se piensa en esta región, pero posiblemente atraería también a personas fuera de Brownsville.
Sí, yo puedo contestar un poco sobre esa pregunta y luego le voy a pasar el micrófono a la licenciada Ramírez. Es importante también vender la calidad de vida que es aquí en Brownsville. Y entonces por eso estamos también atrayendo no nomás a nuestra comunidad, pero también a oportunidades para personas que ven a Brownsville en el mapa, que tenemos orgullosamente la calidad de vida es muy fortuna aquí en Brownsville y queremos crear más oportunidades. Y también lo importante que la comisión y el alcalde estamos viendo es atraer a los ciudadanos que crecieron aquí en Brownsville, que se fueron, y a crear oportunidades para que ellos regresen, a su pueblo y humildemente disfruten de las oportunidades que hay aquí en nuestra ciudad. Y, por supuesto, impactar nuestra economía. Licenciada Ramírez.
Sí, yo creo que por una parte hay gente que se ha ido de Brownsville hace 15, 10, 5 años y realmente no han visto los cambios, ¿no? Pero aún tienen familiares que todavía viven aquí, sus papás, sus primos o en el valle o en Rio Grande Valley, entonces sur de Texas. Y yo creo que ahora es un poco darle la importancia y la comunicación que hay oportunidades hoy en día para que puedan trabajar aquí. No tienen que trabajar en Dallas, en Houston o fuera de Texas. Pueden trabajar aquí en Brownsville. Y eso, yo he hablado con gente, pues cuando viajo representando la ciudad o el Greater Brownsville Center Corporation, hablo con gente que se ha ido a otras grandes ciudades y cuando les cuento todo lo que está ocurriendo con calidad de vida, con las nuevas empresas, con las empresas que están expandiendo, con la presencia de SpaceX, ellos tienen interés. Y ahora con estos tipos de foros de empleo vamos a poder publicar y decirle a todos, fácilmente van a poder venir, estar aquí un lunes, se queden el fin de semana, disfruten de la ciudad, nos puedan conocer, quédense al lunes, vengan a ver lo que está ocurriendo en el centro de Brownsville, en la ciudad, en el puerto, pues por todos los alrededores que tenemos aquí, porque aquí hay empleo y tenemos una economía muy sostenible. Por lo cual, no solo para visitar a los compañeros o los papás o los tíos o los abuelitos, pero realmente pensar, yo puedo tener mi familia, yo puedo ser exitoso en la ciudad de Brownsville y también criar mi familia aquí y ser exitoso en mi carrera y no tener que pensar que por estar en Brownsville no voy a poder seguir un camino y tener una carrera exitosa para mí y para mi familia.
Muchas gracias. Sí, es importante también reconocer en el evento del 28 de junio, que va a ser la exposición, la feria de empleos aquí, de 8 de la mañana a 7 de la tarde. Lo estamos alargando, ¿por qué? Porque queremos que sea un evento exitoso, queremos invitar a la comunidad que venga y tenga la oportunidad de atender este gran evento pueden asistir a la página btxcareers.com. De preferencia que se registren antes de llegar. Como quiera, vamos a tener la casilla enfrente, la oportunidad de registrarte. Y hay muchas oportunidades, vamos a tener computadoras para llenar tu aplicación y por supuesto vamos a tener representantes bilingües para también contestar preguntas en español.
This question for Helen Ramirez, Ron Whitlock reports. What is happening in Brownsville right now that is making it so attractive to investors from outside the region?
Well, we all, I think it's been successful, or we're seeing success in the last couple of years. Elon Musk's famous tweet about needing workers in Brownsville or greater Brownsville area, and then the donation, I would say, has awakened many investors recently. But what I like about our approach as the Economic Development Corporation is that it really doesn't matter if you're a small startup, an entrepreneur, a small business, a medium-sized business, or a large SpaceX employer. We talk to you, we want to understand what your needs are, and I think we want you to be successful. And so we're your community partner. And so what I see is that understanding what their needs are will accelerate their success and growth and productivity. And so that's what we're doing and what we're seeing. Like I said, we do have a big employer here, but we have other employers that make it even stronger. And so that's what I see, the ability to come together. This is a great example of all our employers coming together and making us stronger as a community.
What is your message to Valley natives that have left the region?
Come home. That's my message, that you have opportunities and careers here in all different fields. That I always think about the perception of Brownsville doesn't match our reality, right? The perception is here and the reality is here. And what we're trying to do is bridge the gap between what you perceive 16, 10, 5, or even 4 years ago and what we're experiencing now. Obviously, we wouldn't be having this Career Expo if there wasn't opportunity for success and growth in a career in Brownsville. We wouldn't be having it. And how many people are really having an in-person? Brownsville's very warm. It's a very warm community. And we have a 15-minute commute pretty much normally, 15 or 20 minutes. So I think quality of life and really working and living in a community that really cares about you, it's what's special. It's, I think, what makes Brownsville special. And compounded with a good livable wage and still affordable housing compared to many of our cities that are facing a high housing crisis, I think that's where one of our advantages also lies. And, being next to one of the best beach in Texas doesn't hurt.
How are you getting the message out to the local community about these jobs that are being created? Because FM 99.5, which was licensed to serve Brownsville, KVEO, which was licensed to serve Brownsville, the old KDUV 100.3, which is KTEX, which I built as the first FM here in town, they've all left town and are serving basically McAllen. So how are you getting the word out? What are your plans on how to do that?
I'm going to let our wonderful communications and award-winning communications and marketing director answer that question.
It's basically we're doing communications overload in terms of on digital, print, media all over the place to communicate the opportunities that are here in Brownsville. Again, there's an amazing, there's just a hidden jewel which is not so hidden anymore, right? And we want to create those opportunities, not only for employment, but I believe also your questions are in terms for investors. And that's something that we're doing collaboratively here with our stakeholders, because now we have big community employers here, but that also drives business in other areas in our commercial and industrial sector. And that's how these opportunities are the drop in the bucket that really creates a tremendous splash to really drive our economy and fuel this even more to get us to another level of success.
One last question from Steve Taylor, who questioned me this. Is this about reversing the brain drain?
Yeah, oh, do you want to say that?
Sure, I really think it's a step in the right direction, right? We have a lot of kids that go to school here and go to college, and they don't choose Brownsville because there's a lack of opportunity. And I think now that we're highlighting those opportunities, it really it sets that direction to bring people back, and it's very exciting.
And
Thank you.
And if I could just add, the city does participate in Home to Texas program with University of Texas at Austin. And so we have internships that they come every summer and they work not only in the city but with other community partners, as well as, we do have, what we found in COVID, because many were having to study from home and actually lived in Brownsville, much of our talent was able to work even for the city, writing us and asking for internships. I had a urban planner from the California Polytechnic San Luis Obispo, my alma mater, that she's like, I'm living in Brownsville and I'm taking my online courses. Do I have the opportunity to intern with the city? I said, of course we do. And not only was it so successful, she wants to come every summer, and work with us. And that's a very talented individual that we want to say, and had a really wonderful experience here. She wrote me and not only thanked us for the opportunity, but said it was such a great environment to work with. The culture, the people, how she was challenged professionally, that says a lot. And I think, like I said, perception and reality, the bridge needs to be mended there. And that's what I thank you all for being here, because you are all a big part of how the perception and reality will be mended. Everything that you communicate to family, colleagues, LinkedIn, social media, to really talk about this event will help us get there quicker. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It really takes a team. I want to thank our stakeholders here that are present. Again, for SpaceX, who's not present here today, UTRGV, Workforce Solutions of Cameron County, and Texas Southmost College. This is really a team effort to create these opportunities for Brownsville. So thank you, everyone. This will conclude our press conference for today. Thank you.